I'm preparing myself for another conversation with August. Which is going to be brutal. Master Andreas? Oh, Casper. It's really you. It's good to see you again, Master. How can you say that? You died because of me. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. I let my family down. I let you down. Well, what should I do? I let my family down. I let you down. I couldn't stop Peter. Couldn't save Tassing. I couldn't even save more than a couple armfuls of books. You did what you could, Master. Everyone knows you did. That's all any of us can do. All right, Casper. Thank you. Thank you for everything you taught me. Wait. What happened? This has to be the way out. Before I started talking to Casper, I know this was the way out. Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. It remembers the pain of life. It's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice? Yes? I thought you were gone. You brought me back. Oh. So what do I do now? Keep going. No more conversations? You, too. It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. I thought I had forgotten it. I know there's nothing I could have done, but I knew you were still there, though, quietly waiting for me. I can't change the past, can't cover it up. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's all right. What? It's all right, Daddy. It is? You don't have to hide here anymore. What about you and Casper? I'm scared, August. I'm scared, August. I'm scared, August. I know. But that's why you can't stay. There are people who need you. What if I can't help them? It's so hard to let you go. It's so hard to let you go. I know, Daddy. But you have to. I know. You're right. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. I love you too. Good night, August. Good night. They shifted again. The walls. It's still trying to protect you. No, it's not. No, I mean no, I don't have to do this. It's my mind, my maze. And I'm leaving. Good. but this next part might be confusing. What? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the maze? Did I make this? Why are you holding the maze? Two things are merging in your mind. You and... There are layers to everything, even our memories. Over time, the foundations become buried. We can no longer recall how we got here. No longer recall what came before. And what came before. Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even it has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth. What? I don't understand. Sister Amelie? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? You are here with me. And we are here in spirit. Are we still in the ruins? You looked like Beatrice a moment ago. Beatrice? I don't know her. We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering and the Lord brought you here. But I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. Is this real? Am I finally experiencing what I have only read about in testimony of mystics? Are you here to save me? I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. This isn't real, it can't be. We'll go with a life choice. I told you long ago that reading cannot communicate a spiritual experience. But yes, this is real, you need not be afraid. Faith. If you are here with me, it is the Lord's will. Andreas? Sister Amelie? What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the Tabernacle. Tabernacle? It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. Sister, we're looking for the Mithrium. Is this it? The Lord's will? What do you mean? No, it's not my spirit. I walked here, through the aqueduct. No, this is my spirit. I walked here through the aqueduct. You are confused, Magdalene. It's understandable. My own visions have perplexed me all my life. Even though this seems strange, even though this is a place of spirit, it is very real. The Lord calls me to this place for many years, and he has always made his will known to me. Soon, he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here the Lord tells me what messages I must bear, and to whom. You deliver messages? Oh, it's almost impossible for us to reach this place. You deliver messages? Yes, once. Long ago I was a scribe. I copied many great works of the great church doctors. origin in particular. But that all ended with the fire. It ended with my life. Wait. I thought I had given up the pen forever until the visions returned. No! When the fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters, not one. All I could do was grab a single book and a bolt of cloth. I couldn't understand why God spared me alone, but He showed me. God had a higher purpose for me by my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do. It was you. This whole time, you wrote the notes. I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Sister Amelie, you pushed these people into committing murder. What? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. Calm yourself, sister. We'll figure this out. But that's what happened, sister. You wrote those notes. Maybe it wasn't the Lord's will, but your own. But you wrote those notes. And people were murdered because of them. No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No, I'm not here. This is not happening. This can't be happening. Sister Amelie, it's all right. Father Thomas, how did you get down here? Tassing is an old place. It's buried many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth, it was Sister Amelie who rediscovered them first and found this place. Father Thomas, did you... In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am still happy you are alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. You knew about this place. You and Sister Emily were behind all the murders. No, she had no part in this. But the notes, she wrote them. She did. She did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write. You abused her love and her trust for your own purposes. He who wishes to follow love's way must regard neither cost nor shame, nor pain. He must stand to everything, even her most terrible commands. I'm ashamed to admit it, but yes, I did. To what end? What was the point of all this? Look around you. What do you see? Roman ruins. Look closer. It's like a statue of Saint Moritz from the meadow. And the images of Saint Satia from the shrine? I don't understand. It's Saint Moritz and Saint Satia, and Mars and Diana. Saints are the gods. When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. The statue of Mars, Pater, no Mars is, but of Mars Pater, that once watched over the Roman fields stood there still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was Saint Moritz, who had already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrines to Satia and, not understanding her an aspect of Diana, believed her another local saint. But so the people turned them into saints? Why didn't the church do something? So the people turned them into saints. Sanctity and sainthood exist without what people exist outside of what people believe, Magdalene. People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. But they know of the saints and heard local legends of the region and applied them to the figures they found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there is no account of what the Romans did and left here. Except for Historia Tassae. But Historia Tassae was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost before it made its way to Father Matthias? And you killed him for it. Yes, with poison. No one suspected. Wait, what? You killed someone? Hold on, who was Father Matthias again? He was the abbot of Cursau before Father Gunno. He was a good and honest man. One of the most forthright abbots I've known. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that St. Moritz was ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that Saint Satia was the Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it. And you resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in Saint Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe in the legend of Saint Satia, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. Why does it matter if they're wrong? If the saints weren't here? And that was worth killing the abbot? Why does it matter if they were wrong? Then what does that mean of the hand of Saint Moritz? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to Saint Satia, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? Perhaps some would. You've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will. You have so little faith in ordinary people, Father Thomas. You've always taught us to accept Christ. Yes, of course. But preserving the legends of our saints don't interfere with individual volition. Or preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate a greater truth. God so loved the world that he gave his only Son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And the saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles. And they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. Being a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over a valley and say, Saint Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. But in that truth, even if the legend of Saint Moritz, and that is the truth, even if the legend of Saint Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done. You know, that justifies all this. So many people have died because of what you've done. I know this is hard to believe. I was trying to save lives, to prevent death. But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? because one day Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tessae, a copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kersau could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gurnot read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gurnot chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded. Do you think he wouldn't have cared? Sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. Sentiment didn't prevent you. You're right. It didn't. But then why Otto? Clearly he didn't have anything to do with the Historia Tessae. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. So you killed him to prevent an uprising, but it caused it instead. You seem to have a difficult time reading people, Father, so you killed him and someone else killed him, as someone else killed Baron Rothvogel. And it wasn't to prevent an uprising, but to stop him from showing people what he found. What he found when he helped to dig the foundations of the Rathaus. Wall of the aqueduct. Bones, evidence of some murder. Only from our pagan ancestors. The wall of the aqueduct. No! Everyone knows of the old aqueducts. Wouldn't cause alarm. What he found was a stone head. A missing head from the statue in the meadow. The statue at the shrine of Saint Moritz. How did it wind up there? Most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time. Blacktail told me that farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favoured the town with his discovery. What Otto could not have known is that our shrine statue was not of Saint Moritz, because Otto could not read the words chiselled across the helmet. Mars Peter. Peter's father, right? But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could. Yes. And you told him to meet you at St. John's Eve at the Rathaus. I could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. And you had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her were visions. Visions she couldn't remember. And delivered them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin. So that one of them would murder Otto, just as someone murdered Lorenz. What about my father? I'm sorry, Magdalene. Why did you do it? Doesn't make any sense. I lived next to you my whole life. How could you? None of this was easy for me. I always thought I was doing what needed to be done. It was because of the mural. Yes. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Kersau's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Satia, this place, everything. So you tried to kill him. No, I tried to scare him. First with a note, but he ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was an accident. It wasn't an accident. You almost killed him. I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. Get him, Andreas. No, Father Thomas, stop. What are you doing? Burying the past. Even if it destroys the church above us, I'll make sure no one sees this place. Magdalene, get out. Andreas, fight him. Father, you're going to kill us all. You're going to kill Amelie. Then leave and take her with you. You can tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together. Father Thomas, is suicide. You can't stop people from knowing the truth. You'd really kill yourself and destroy the church to hide this secret? Churches can be rebuilt more easily than faith. I'm willing to pay the price for that. Give me control of someone. Give me control of someone. Father! Go! Take the head. Grab the head. Oh, I mean, you could have. Do I have any movement? Are you alright? I think so. You? In truth, no. I survived. And so did she. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand. The entire church collapsing? I hope so. An awful end to a beautiful Christmas night. Of course. The entire church collapsing? I'd hope so. What are we going to tell them? What do you mean? About this. About everything. Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? For the same reason Father Thomas hid it. So we should reward what he did? All the people he's hurt? You can't be serious. Please explain your thinking. All the people he's hurt. Is it better to punish the people of Tassing? What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Moritz and St. Satia? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that, if nothing else. Maybe it would break their faith. I think he's wrong. I think the people here have enough faith to hear the truth. I suppose the people here have had enough for their lives, but hear the truth. You know them better than I do. Especially since I've been away for so long. You came back after all this time to solve this, but... So understanding this would feel better. You came back after all this time to solve this, but... It's hard to feel like we're actually accomplished anything. Are we any better off than we were this morning? Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. Maybe he never would have. I think you're right. We should tell them about the saints, the Romans, all of it. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. No, I don't know. Maybe it really wouldn't help anything. It's the right thing. Bring down the church. I'm sorry. I am too. But I still think it's what we need to do. Then we'll tell them. Good. We should get Sister Amelie someplace warm. We can take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. I am too. I think. You should head back. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Andreas. Merry Christmas.